Welcome to Autosport International. Today on another episode of Behind the Visor, and today we're going to be talking to Matt Neal, 3 times BTCC champion.
Look at the leaders together, close as well. Dan Eves was very close. Touch! My goodness! Look at that! Matt Neal and Ivan Muller actually touched there, coming up towards Hawthorns. They both stay alive, stay going, but I thought that could be tears then. And look, right behind Gavin Smith getting involved as well as James Pickford.
Muller's got a puncture. Muller's got a left front puncture from that contact down the hill.
And that's
look,
it.
there it goes. That's the championship over.
That is it. Matt Neal is champion. Ivan Muller had to score 9 points more than Matt Neal. Matt Neal's done it.
The team know it. The team know it.
They're through the last corner now, and Jason Plato is going to take victory in round 29 of the championship. But Matt Neal is the British Touring Car champion of 2005. He's done it. He's done it. An independence team has taken Matt Neal to the title, and not just any independence team. It's his family-run team.
Today we are here with Matt Neal for another episode of Behind the Visor, and Matt Neal, I think we got to get appreciated. My first question was, when starting your journey in motorsport, was touring cars always where you wanted to go, or maybe something like
touring cars was definitely the way I wanted to go. It was, for me, I don't know why. I liked Formula One, I watched Formula One, I supported it, and with sports cars, Le Mans and all the rest of it, but touring cars was where it was at. It was real, it was up close, it was personal, and it was, it was always aggro, which I liked. I liked rugby, as another sport, so it's just, I never thought I'd quite get there though.
So, in your early part of your career, was it hard to make a name for yourself? Because in the 90s, I guess there were so many incredible drivers in that series. Was it hard to sort of make a name for yourself in the series?
At the start, it was, when I first got into touring cars, you could see why the game's changed, because my first race, I was 25 years old. I was the only driver on the grid under the age of 30. So now you compare that to now, because back then you had to do your dues, you had to come up through the lower formula, earn your spurs and all the rest of it, and respect. But even doing that, the big names, as you say, the Roberto Ravaglias, Johnny Cicottos and co, no matter what I did, and you had to go toe-to-toe with them a few times, because they'd put themselves in a situation where you either gave in or you both crashed. So I had to crash a bit, and then they still wouldn't give you respect, but they'd give you space, and then you could race them. So it was tough going for a while, but we came through the other side of it.
So in 1999 you picked up your first victory in the touring cars. Was that a bit of a sort of relief off your shoulders in a way? You sort of finally proved to everyone you can go out there, you can get that victory.
99 was my first win. I always still say it's my best win. It's very special. You always remember your first, don't you? So, but in one respect, it was one of the biggest anti-climaxes of my career, because, okay, we won £250,000 for doing it, which was mega and all the rest of it. But I'd aspired and I'd strove to do it for so long, and I'd sacrificed so much that when I'd done it, the next day I woke up and I thought, so what? You've now done it. It doesn't change you as a person. It doesn't make you a better person or anything like that. And it was almost a massive anticlimax. And I thought, well, what now? And you have to pick yourself up. But I think it's made me it started the road to making me a more rounded person, driver. Because I've had other drivers come up to me, because winning a championship is a massive anticlimax, because the emotion you bottle up inside, and the next day it's all over, win or lose, and it's, oh right, okay. And I've had other drivers, Colin Turkington, Gordon Shedden, come up to me and go, oh yeah, and I go, no, don't worry, that's normal, that's sport. So that's just what you got to deal with.
So from 2002 onwards, you've always sort of been in the championship battle. How do you sort of sustain that level each and every year? Is there a particular technique you find in the off season that works for you, or?
Try and make sure you're in a good car with a good team. I think in the 90s it was incredibly unfair. The regulations were good, but it was whoever could be fastest and whoever had the best tyres, because there was a tyre war. And the first and independents weren't allowed the same tyres as the factory cars. And the first race we ever ran with the same tyres as the factory cars, we won, which was '99. So now it's a very level, equal playing field, and as long as you can try and keep it at the sharp end, then and roll with the punches, as I've told Flash and co, you've got to do, and then hopefully you're going to be somewhereabouts at the end of it.
So you mentioned it was a bit of an anticlimax, 05 and 06 back-to-back titles, but how did that sort of feel? Did that feel like that's the biggest moment of your career so far? I assume it sort of did it maybe at the moment.
I think it did. It doesn't sink in. I never thought I'd be I can remember with my fingers through the fence staring in, thinking how would I ever get in there, thinking I'll never get in there. No, let alone racing, let alone winning races, let alone winning championships. So it was a little bit surreal when, now I don't think of myself as a 3-time British touring car champion, because it doesn't happen to you, does it? You're not a normal person, and when people look up to you, it's just I'm going, well, I'm only me. I'm no different. The fire still burns brightly inside me. I still want to win. I still want to do well, and I'm a bit more laid back these days. So I don't know. It's just it is what it is.
So in 2011, you picked up your 3rd title. Was that any different to the other ones? Because obviously there's a bit of a gap in between, and it was the same car, was it? 05, 06, and then obviously a newer type Civic.
We were in Integra in 05, 06, and then it was in the FN2 Civic in 11. It felt different. I felt, because I'd battled with Flash the whole season, and he was up and coming, and it was a close battle. And I sort of taken him under my wing, and I felt bad because I just nicked him at the end, and I felt gutted about it. It was great to win, but I felt awful that he wanted it so much, and I'd nicked it off him, and when I'd already had 2. But he's made up for it in the post that, and he's had them off me, so I don't feel so bad about it now.
Was he a great person to work with?
Yeah, he's a good lad. Well, I think the way he's been brought up, the way he looks out on life, his morals and everything are very similar to what I've been brought up with, so we get on well, we gel well. Well gel, that's a Towie thing, isn't it? Shouldn't use that.
So I think this is going into your 28th year of BTCC. What keeps bringing you back every year? What sort of motivates you to keep coming back?
What motivates me now is I'm going for my BTCC pension. And I think if I do 30 years, then I might have either that or a gold watch. I think Alan Gow should give me that, definitely.
So my last question was, for any young drivers maybe watching this right now, how would you recommend them sort of get into British touring cars? Particular route possibly?
There's no one fixed route. I went motocross, and then I went into one-make championships, and I think the one-make championships teach you really good racecraft, and that's what you need, rather than some of the guys who've come back from Formula One. They've struggled just because of the physicality and everything. When one-makes teaches you the car's not going to be perfect all the time, which they aren't. I think one thing I'd say to them is, it doesn't always go your way, and that's by days, that's by weeks, and that's by years. But it's always to keep your glass half full, roll with the punches, and keep dreaming the dream. You can get there. If I can do it, stereotypically, I'm not the classic racing driver. I should be playing basketball or something like that, but I've done it. It's been my dream. I've lived it, and if I can do it, then it's possible for anybody to do it. I think. So keep your dream and work hard.
Well, that's it. Thank you everyone for watching home. Thank you, Matt, for taking this time out of his day, and see you guys soon.
Cheers.
So there we are then, guys. Episode 2 of Behind the Visor is complete. Thanks once again to Matt and Neal. I really appreciate the opportunity. The 10 minutes we had was a really great chat, and hopefully you guys enjoyed it.
Please leave your suggestions down below about other drivers you would like to see on this series. I have got one more from Hockenheim last year, which I actually haven't got around to fully editing yet, so that will be up on my channel at some point. That's with Loic Duval, the Le Mans winner, current DTM driver, used to race in Formula E, and so many other great series as well. So that is coming soon, but yeah, I just really haven't had time to get around to editing that one. But that's up soon. There's actually quite a lot of videos we've got going up quite recently. Actually, I've actually had a good run of videos, like one every 2 days. It's actually been going quite well. So yeah, I've enjoyed that. I also need to say thank you to my friend John. He really helped me out with the filming on this one. So if you guys would do me a favour actually and go and check out his Instagram. He's only just recently started Instagram, so I'd really appreciate that. I'll leave that in the description down there. So just go and check him out on Instagram. It's @PhotoJCS. So if you can go and follow him, that'd be massively appreciated. And try and get into like 50 followers or whatever. That'd be really, really awesome. I'd really appreciate that. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Thanks again to Matt Neal, Rimstock Alloys as well, for the time that he spent out of his day to chat to us. That was fantastic. And yeah, so yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Thanks for watching. Remember to leave a like on the video if you did enjoy it. Subscribe to my channel if you are new, and I'll see you guys around soon for more Behind the Visor and other motorsport related content. Goodbye.